we are talking about. As he said, the highest rated.
Money check, swagger check, drip check, cut the check. You know I say fly like a jet. I'm a triple threat. Watch me flex.
Hello there, Keem.
Hey, bud. How's it going?
Great. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Keem, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Chris?
Perfect. We have both of you here. There we go. Your coach has been talking you up here, Keem. He's had a lot of good things to say. Is that?
Oh, has he?
Yeah. Are you surprised by that?
No. I mean, we put a lot of work in over the past week. I was basically exposed as an Italian fraud by Tapir. So yeah. But yeah, no, before we were relying on just tactics, and it's they're probably not, the idea was they're probably not going to toss you in the opening. So you just get into the middle game and rely on tactics and you should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then Tapir just absolutely, destroyed me. So he's like, okay, well, we should do some prep because you're falling into a very easy trap. And then he looked at my openings. He was like, you actually fall to this trap every time. So it's not even they went out of their way to prepare something. They probably took one glance at my game history and were just okay.
You're that predictable.
Every time he does this. Yeah. So yeah, we looked at quite a few different opening variations. And it's been really helpful because a lot of times I find myself, if I'm in a somewhat unfamiliar position, I just kind of flounder. I just run out of ideas really quick, long-term stuff.
Yep.
So looking at these openings and just general setups and ideas, I think has been really helpful over the past week.
I hear you, man. That sounds like one of the things that is probably maybe the toughest to do, but best to do is, adapt. You don't just come in with the same strategy, hit your head against the wall, and then just do it again. Especially at these ratings, someone will figure that out or they'll plan against it. So that sounds good. Sounds like you and Coach Cuz have been in the lab.
Yes. Buddy Cuz has been great. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm not going to blame habits, but yeah, the way I used to play was, because first of all, I can't blame habits because really I watched maybe habits up to 600 elo. And then I was like, okay, I'm done watching these videos. And I just I always stayed at habits level 0 or level 1. But it led to me always just developing as if into some sort of Italian.
So
thing,
that's why the first video. Yeah, it's that first episode of Habits has so many views. I think I know why now. Just that first one.
Yeah. It's no, we don't need anything more advanced than that. We'll just stay at level 1, no matter what my elo gets.
So yeah, the match today is, one of the reasons why it's so important is it's actually the first match in the competition where we're going to lose one of the fighters. It is.
This is the first losers bracket match.
Yeah, this is the very first one.
Let's do it.
So we have a double elimination here, and then obviously in a losers bracket match, you've lost already to be here, which means this is your last life. So, a little bit of pressure there, but sounds like not at all because, maybe you didn't even realize. Keem, with that in mind, is that something maybe that your coach had known coming in? It's hey, we want to make sure we're going out with a bang here because, it really is back against the wall elimination time.
Yeah. It's the elim thing. Also, it's just the fact that I just got cooked so hard by Tapir last week. But also, it's good. I think prep is also more important in this one because it's a longer format, 6 matches, right? At least.
Yep.
So, if I was getting cooked immediately, as black, in just three games in a row, that would just be unacceptable. So, hopefully, I have enough prep to not get cooked.
Yeah,
the first 5 moves.
You pointed out the format. That's the thing is you do have important time for that potential comeback. You talked about your last match, how it was a little tough for you, but Kupp, even though, so actually you had a great matchup, Chris, last time. You really did.
Thank you.
You put on big pressure. Ultimately, you ended up in the same spot, but you can take a little more from that and say, okay, even when I was dead lost, I was super fast, resilient, a lot of skills other than just playing good chess that are going to win you matches. So Do you take some of that as confidence coming into today?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I came in like we were in Discord chats before, and everyone was saying, "Man, you don't have a chance. Like you're 700 points lower. Like at least try not to get scholars mated." And it was kind of like they wrote me off. And once I once I tied the first game, I knew that he had some sort of a weakness, and I was like, "All right, I'm time to lock in." And I won the second game, and that's when I wish I could have called Tesh, because he gave me some excellent advice after, like that I may use them. And
I'm glad that you said that, because one of the big differences, other than the format, which you both know, is first to six. So it's not 6 games. It could be like many games. But first to 6, the other big difference is there are timeouts available. You each have one, and it's 3 minutes maximum. But if one of you calls a timeout, obviously you can also use that time yourself. So if you both use a timeout, effectively it's 6 total minutes of downtime. You can use it whenever you want. Your coaches can't call it. So it's up to you to decide whenever you want to take a break. You can speak to your coach in that time. You can just ignore your coach and take 3 minutes for yourself. You can do whatever you want. It's your time. After 3 minutes, I'm going to request you back. If you're not back, I'm just going to start the next game. So it really is a hard cap on that 3 minutes. We're not looking to have like 4 or 5, like, chatting about whatever with the coach. So it's a hard 3 minutes, but you can use it whenever. Just, unmute yourself, let me know in the call, or type in chat, whatever, like whatever your method is, like, find a way to let me know. But unmuting, I think, is the easiest. If you want to call it, and obviously you have to call it after.
Will this be a timeout?
Yeah, that works as well. I'll be looking.
I was going to say, I might just do this.
That works for me.
Hey.
If I see that, I'll count it as a timeout. If I see that and you've already used your timeout, I'm going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? So
And obviously you can't time out in the middle of a game. This is only in between games.
Never in between, only when a game has concluded before you've rematched for the next one. And you can use that anytime. It can be like on match point. It can be after game 1. It can be whenever you want. So keep that in mind. There were some frustrated coaches who were like, man, my fighter never used it in that previous match we saw. But up to you. You don't have to use it. So it's not mandatory. Totally your call. And that's the only big difference, other than the first to 6. And so with that, I'll go down to you then, MisterKupp, and ask you to call our coin toss.
All right. I went with tails last time.
Did it never fail?
It failed me, so
it failed.
I'm going with tails again.
Okay, that's right. 50-50, so let's even it up.
Exactly.
Surely you can't go heads twice in a row.
No, and it is heads twice in a row, I guess, for Kupp.
All right. Well, it's all good.
It never fails. It's heads. Would you like to start with the white or black pieces, MisterKiem?
I'll start with white.
Okay. Starting with white, as usual, I'm going to start the first game, as long as you're both on chess.com/play/online. And from there, you guys just click rematch. Reminder, it's not win by 2. So it's first to 6 points, not 6 wins, 6 total points. Draws will count to accumulate the score. 6-5 is a win. 6.5, 5.5 is a win. And 6-6 will all rejoin here. And we can discuss tie breaks if and when we get there. That's pretty much it for me. Same time control, 3 minutes, no increment, and everyone is going to mute up the Zoom call, so no one's going to hear each other or me. And that's all from me.
All righty.
All right.
Let's do it. Play well, Chris.
Hey, you as well, man. Good luck.
All right.
Good luck, boys. I'll start the games in about 2 minutes. You can put some music or whatever. Kiem coming in as the rating favorite. But ChristopherKupp, we have seen time and time again, resilience, punching way above his rating. Who can lock in? Remember, we got the coaches here. Good old Tesh. And Cuz. Kiem WTF, says Cuz. Are we not happy about this, Cuz? Allowing this one? Or what was the issue? He's taking the center, so that's at least a good thing. Knight takes e4. The center crumbles. Could this be by design? You have to think, no, this is not at all how he wants to start. Nerves. Queen e2, by the way, crazy move. Walking in to that rook is wild. Like, this is a mistake. Just on principle, you don't do this. Bishop f5. Let's see it. Game number 1, you know, it's never really like the biggest deal. It's not like matches are won and lost in game number 1, but I think we can all relate to how important it is to start strong. Queen e2, dislike. Bishop takes knight, dislike. MisterKiem is not playing moves that I would recommend. We're in opposite bishop territory. Kupp also has more time, and I happen to know he's very quick at the end. So far, so good. That's right. You can't win a game in the first quarter. Tell him. ChristopherKupp has a phenomenal position. Getting trades, up a center pawn. Great point, has that pawn on h6. Escape square for the king. And why is it such a good square? It is on a light square. Kupp is nodding. He's taking pawns. What does he have to worry about? This and this. That could spell the end, especially if I see something like this. Okay, queen there. I know he's going to be looking at that. Will he have the patience to set it up properly? Knight e5. He did not even consider queen takes bishop. Oy, oy, oy. What's going on here? Knights are not taking hands in the air from MisterKiem. Queen g6. He's setting this up, but he should have done it in the first place. Now, it's a battle. Who is actually going to make the meaningful threat here? f6 deals with this diagonal. It also sets up rook e8. And as I predicted... No, this is insane. This is insane. How are you blundering mate in 1 in a match like this? You can't be making that mistake. Elementary. That cannot happen. He's got to lock in. I mentioned it. I said both of them are going to be probably setting up the same mating idea. It's just who's going to do it? Who's going to execute it? Knight b5. So ChristopherKupp, he knows exactly what he's trying to do here. And I was about to say, does Kiem know? Because that is a fantastic move from MisterKiem. Fighting against knight b5 perfectly. You cannot play knight b5 before you've defended it with a bishop, aka pawn to e3. And MisterKiem has a phenomenal start here. Knight out, pawn forward, everything with tempo. This is huge. And all because of that overzealous knight b5. It was not a good move at all. Now, I would like to see the tempi, like, you got to start with the knight. This is exactly what you need. And if that queen moves, you're pushing pawns here. Like, this should be close to a winning position. Queen a4 check. That's a bailout. And I don't mind the bailout by ChristopherKupp because I think the position was bad. But I will say that MisterKiem did miss something. I think knight c6 was actually nearly winning for black. He didn't play it. He played the much more casual and nonchalant e6. I didn't like that one. Position is like better for black here, but ChristopherKupp has survived the worst. And Coach Cuz says, we prepped that and he forgot. We prepped it and he forgot. Oh, that's not what you like to see. But you know what? There's always a chance maybe he remembers in a future game if that gets repeated. But of course, you'd expect maybe ChristopherKupp to adapt and adjust. Now, bishop takes. If you're not doubling the pawns, you do not want to do this. What did you gain? You took your bishop from b4. You traded it for what? The knight on e2 so that white could develop? This move's crazy. You cannot be doing that. Bishop d6 hitting the rook, saving the bishop. Will we see maybe h3 to drop it back? e5 is tempting, but it does drop this pawn. This is a very, very even position. I would not be surprised by e5. Bishop trap behind enemy lines here. b6, a5 against these two moves. It could be in trouble here. ChristopherKupp needs a very, very good move here. It's possible that a lot could go wrong. Okay, that's an example of a very not good move. That's the opposite of a good move. That takes away squares that the bishop wants to use. I do not like this one. Now, very reactive move from MisterKiem. Seeing this, had he been thinking more proactive, maybe he'd be looking at that rook e6 idea. Because now the bishop has this square and it's completely safe. So ChristopherKupp dodging a bullet, keeping the bishop pair. And look at this. He's got a great position here. Watch out for the discovered attack, but this looks like a very natural next move. See what he wants to do. Yeah, why not? And did anyone expect this? MisterKiem, the 200 plus rating favorite, is down on time, he's down on the board, and he's down in the match. Opposite bishops here, but white is up a pawn. ChristopherKupp is barely ahead, but he's ahead. Now, black should be playing this. Beautiful move, because after this, you will even things up. Once again, though, I will point out, escape square for ChristopherKupp, none for MisterKiem. And it might not seem like much, but I am seeing a pattern here of just not taking care of the little things in the position. And that was a big problem in the last game, right? We actually saw the match end. Not because he didn't have an escape square, but in general, he wasn't as conscious of that king. So great from MisterKiem, who finally plays this, but we got time to worry about. This is bigger than just an escape square now. He's got safety here, so well done for Kiem, but 14 seconds. We're going to get our first glimpse into how these two match up in a time scramble, and he walks right into it. ChristopherKupp with a beautiful pin right there, and MisterKiem hung checkmate in the first game. He hung a rook in this game. That's not good enough. 6 seconds down a rook. Good luck to you. Well, that wasn't a good pre-move, but I think he's got enough to keep some pawns here. Definitely not very good by ChristopherKupp, but it's impossible to take all these pawns, so I'm sure this will be a win. Although, I have to say, MisterKiem's pre-moves here are insane. Like, he's really impressing me. He's really impressing me. No, hang on a sec. Kupp is in danger mode. No, this is a big problem. I think that MisterKiem wins this. Oh no, guys, seriously. If not for that repetition, like MisterKiem actually has reason to be pissed off here. He pretty much flagged him down a rook, and that's insane. He actually deserved to win that. I'll just go ahead and say it. I think MisterKiem deserved to win that game. He played so much quicker. It was night and day. It was insane. Kupp is like, he didn't even string a pre-move together. That was wild. You can't tell me that MisterKiem would not have won that. He would have. He was gaining time. Easy win, actually. So looking back at that, maybe that's just a choke. It's a MisterKiem choke. Imagine being up 30 seconds in a rook, and I'm saying, your opponent actually choked it out. Yeah. Tough one for the opponent. Cuz is absolutely livid that knight c3 keeps being played. I imagine they probably prepared d3, but MisterKiem keeps playing this and keeps allowing this. Now, this move isn't being played, but Kupp is playing this and getting a position that I think he's probably comfortable with. Now, of course, you want to see this. Kupp has been fairly consistent with these moves. Now, it might make more sense for him to make a move in the center in order to get that bishop out. This knight needs to regroup and rejoin the action in a meaningful way. But I will say that Kupp has been pretty good with those early snorks. So let's see here. Great move. First of all, that's long range. Second of all, if you do something like this, that would be a very impressive type of tactic. Not to mention, you've got this one. And this is why I said, you got to, oh my God, hang on just a second here. That's loose. That's coming. Oh, MisterKiem. We're seeing none of the above. And matter of fact, ChristopherKupp is fucking forcing him to play a good move. He says, knight c3. Let me fork the pieces so that you have to move one of them. Like, please. And look, he forces him to play an amazing move. ChristopherKupp just strangled him until he played queen h5. Kiem said, okay, fine. I'll play the winning move. Yeah, it doesn't look so easy after all. Bishop takes here, by the way, is way out of the radius. Like, these guys are not seeing that. There's only one move here, so it should be a quick one. Yes, this is, possible to be taken, but there are big problems here. Matter of fact, how about this? Hi, how you doing? Take me out to lunch and call me after. That would be just pure filth. Thank you, Brando the Bully. Okay, I definitely would have liked, the idea of queen takes, but do I understand this? Yes, I do. It hits the queen, and will this actually be seen? That's what I want to know, is do we actually know that this piece is there? I don't know if we do, because I think some other moves might have gotten played. If we see a move like this, obviously it's clear he understands. Let's see what he does. Okay, knight h6. He definitely sees this. Now, if the king goes here, it could all be over. The good thing is that this is loose, so you might feel that desire to protect it, which he does. I will say the one thing about these positions, when you're so winning, especially at this elo, if you're not finding the complete KO, like if I had this position, I'd be perfectly fine to just transition to, let me win the exchange and then trade queens, and like I'll convert. Low-rated players, they're on the attack, and all they see and all they think about is, okay, where's the mate? And if there's no mate, they really start to panic. Right here, there's no mate, so I can definitely see MisterKiem kind of losing his way a little bit and taking a lot of time to do it. So let's see how he does. One thing is, if this happens, that's waiting for you. Screaming, in fact. Phenomenal move from ChristopherKupp. His defense and his resilience, even in a tough position, he doesn't take extra time. Probably one of his strongest skills here. Will be very useful in this competition. Queen h8 does nothing. We're down 5 seconds. Our knight's in the corner. We can't be too happy about that. ChristopherKupp is all over him. Knight g6, pure panic instead of that. Remember, MisterKiem, again, does not have an escape square. It's been a pattern. The rook is hanging. So many things wrong with this position. The boys can't find a move. MisterKiem, there's back rank possibilities. I'm just going to say we might see that end the game. Knight f4, he was looking at this, I'm sure. Oh my God, that's almost checkmate, by the way, is one square. Jesus, that would be insane. Now, MisterKiem has pre-moves. He's about to unleash them, by the way. He actually has amazing pre-moves. The problem is his speed is no good. Like, his speed for the rest of the game. Like, he would flag ChristopherKupp if he started doing this a little fucking earlier. It's so frustrating. I can't even imagine as a coach watching the speed that MisterKiem is able to produce. If he locks in seconds earlier, like, it's crazy. Crazy. That was a timeout? Who called it? Who called it? You saw a timeout call? I didn't see it. No, you can't call it, cuz you got to sit back in the chair and watch your inept fighter fail to do so. Okay, so ChristopherKupp is bailing on the knight b5 idea, probably wisely. It's not a good move. But for some reason, he's not able to just defend the pawn in the center. I wonder, Tesh, is this something that he just doesn't have drilled down hard enough? Because I have to say, this opening for Kupp has been a disaster. He hasn't got a good position yet. Kupp and Kiem currently match the... Oh, and Kupp... I mean, this move is so bad. MisterKiem said, hang on a sec. Let me give this the respect calculation so that I don't embarrass you by just taking this free piece. But what the fuck are you doing, brother? I mean, this is a complete disaster. I like this from MisterKiem. The problem is he's going to be more than happy to go this way. I would have defended the center pawn. Like, even though I like the idea, a bit too quick. I would have rather, yeah, this would be unbelievable. Okay, he's got some work to do. He's got some, I mean, this is a fantastic move. Kiem dropping the soap here. Like, the thing about this is I've talked about this so many times on stream. Low elo players, they see a bishop and a rook attacked, and their low elo brain says,
5 points. Me, 5 points. 3 points. Save 5. Save 5. Big piece.
you imbecile, you're going to get 3 fucking points. Save the bishop. Absolute tools every single time. And now MisterKiem is losing. I mean, it's just insane. Rook b8. He's dropping long-range threats. Ay, ay, ay. Complete disaster class from MisterKiem so far. His speed is unbelievable. It's way better than Kupp's. If he locks into his speed, like even 5 seconds earlier than he is currently, that would, I mean, it would make the world of difference. He can flag the shit out of ChristopherKupp, but he hasn't put himself in a position where he can do it. And then ChristopherKupp, what have I said? Many times, he can play a bad position. I think it's his greatest skill. He can play a bad position really well. He doesn't overthink it. He knows that this is a low elo match. Anything can happen. He's like, okay, I lost a piece. Fuck it. My opponent's MisterKiem. Like, I'll get it back in a couple moves. And he just goes. That's it. Super simple. And there you go. Will he spot it? No, he plays rook d7. That's fine. He's got a minute and a half. Can't criticize the technique when he's not blundering. So I have no problem with that. Will MisterKiem call timeout? That is a great question. That is a great question. It's timeoutable. It's timeoutable, that's for sure. And I certainly agree with playing on, just as a general concept. 100%. I like the focus from ChristopherKupp. Obviously, he can sit there and smile, say, okay, he's completely winning, like, yada, yada, yada. But He's got a minute. I respect the time taken because it's important. For example, right now, this move, that'd be real bad. That's the one you don't want to do. Take your time. Ensure that you don't mess this up. Now, he's seen that there is a square available. And remember, if there's a square available, then obviously they can move back. So at that point, you've at least gotten rid of the possibility of that nasty stalemate. So let's see what he does now. A check. That's huge, right? Check is very helpful. You know you're not stalemating with a check. There's another one. And there's another one. And there's another one. Timeout called.
Yeah, I'm going to take my timeout.
Okay. Timeout called. Feel free to stay muted, Keem. 3 minutes starts now.
Oh, I was muted. I'm sorry. All right, Tetch, I'm going to call you now.
Yep, you can mute here, though, Kupp, in the Zoom.
Okay.
Yep. I'll let you know in 3 minutes. Timeout's called. Timeout's called. And you know what? That's a mature timeout. Why is the timeout there? You may as well make use of it. We have 2 calls being made. Kupp's like he's already talking. Bro was already ringing Kupp. I think Chris Kupp's coach saw the timeout from MisterKiem and already had it ringing. I definitely agree, though. It's a tough thing to do to call a timeout when you're feeling it, right? When you're getting beat down, it's a tough thing to take that moment and take a step back and be like, I am getting beat down. Let me take that timeout. I think you made the right call. A lot of advice can be offered here, which could be very valuable. And it feels like Chris Kupp is pretty much halfway to the win. So Chris Kupp is on the bottom. MisterKiem currently on the top of the screen. We're about halfway through that timer here on the timeout. Well, yeah, he's in Zoom on the computer, so he might be using like Discord on the phone or something. Or it could be an actual phone call. Yeah. Collect call. Okay. Tommy. Important conversations each way. 1 minute on the clock for these two. Coaches have to speak fast. And you know what? It's not absolutely mandatory for the coaches to be here, but clearly it's a huge benefit to your fighter if you are. Both coaches are in fact present. Tesh says his fighter is ready to go. Tesh is feeling confident. Didn't even need that full 3 minutes. So you know what? Take the last 30 seconds. Lock in yourself. Tesh looks ready. Keem getting those last final words of wisdom. 20 seconds, roughly. And I'll be calling on them to rematch now. All right, Chris Kupp and MisterKiem. Let's get the rematch. Yep, let's get the rematch started. Time's up, and good luck for the rest.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, Keem. Good luck, man.
All right, yep.
All right. They can just hit rematch. I can start it, but they should have the rematch up, and there they go, and we are back in. We are back in, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's see. Look at this. Immediate improvement from MisterKiem. Coach said, stop playing knight c3. I know it doesn't seem like much, but Coach Cuz got right in there, said, look, let's get different positions. The positions we've actually been training with the double pawns. And I will point out that Keem had a phenomenal game early on in the first matchup in round 1 of this event. And it was exactly this structure. He played knight h4. He got the knight here. Now, in this case, I think he's gone wrong with putting the knight here and probably wanted it on h4, where he's more familiar with it. I saw him do that in the first round. Okay, he can make it happen. First of all, it's way better than whatever he had before. So coaching already coming in, because this is clearly the position that they have trained together. Makes more sense to actually get it in the match rather than any new stuff. So I like it. Now, I wonder what Tesh and Kupp went over, because, you know, it's always that question when your fighter's losing, it's easy. You got tons of things to say. But what, I wonder, is being said to Chris Kupp when he's up 3.5 half? Now, for the information of the people, this is definitely this is a big moment here, but obviously a very advanced move. We would never expect to see it here. But the reason I mention it is because look at the alternative, right? You get this position. Chris Kupp is out of the woods here, and man, he would have been in serious trouble if that happened. Okay, very advanced move though, not easy to spot. I wonder if Coach Cuz gave MisterKiem some reminders about the speed. That's going to be critical to evaluate, because I can see this match shifting if Keem locks into speed a lot earlier. Rook g1, trying to scare him a little bit on the open file. This is kind of a funny outcome. c6. It looks like a good move. One thing I'd be thinking here is king over to push this one up. Guard that. Another thing I'd be thinking is this, an idea that I think MisterKiem has used before. I like this. Remember, if this pawn moves up, there's that long-range bishop. There's ideas. It doesn't 100% work right now, but yeah, I like the look of this. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I like what I'm seeing here. I wonder if he's going to do this. I guess not. He's going to retreat. Maybe he'll defend. I think there's great ideas for Keem in this position. Time is even. As long as Keem is even on time, or even slightly down, I think he's good. By the way, I know it seems crazy here. I really respect this move. This is Keem showing a little bit more confidence. I have to say, I don't think it works. King here, I assume. Yeah, it doesn't work, but I would play it. I think that this is a great practical decision. Don't mind this at all. I really don't. Let's see how he's going to continue it. One thing about knights is they're goddamn tricky. If you do this, the knight jumps here, and then it jumps here, it's all over. The rook maybe is going to slide over. I do think if MisterKiem gets this and this in, he's going to be good. Trade. As soon as these pawns start pushing, the knights may be rendered ineffective. So let's see here. Rook check is almost certainly going to happen. Time is even. This is a better spot for MisterKiem to be in than usual. He's hunting checkmate even at the cost of this pawn. I love that decision. A much more active move. You want to make sure to go this way, because this, you could get in big trouble. I think these are the ones, but let's see. I could see any of these moves happening. Yeah, we do see this one. Okay, he's got to be careful. You go this way, done. You go here, at least you're playing the game. Yes, indeed. And there's still moves for black to watch out for. Kupp is playing very well right now. He's really, really impressing. I do think king f2 by white would have caused serious problems. King d2 a mistake, but white's still going. There is that draw, though. Will he be interested in that draw? 30 seconds, he's facing some dangerous rooks, and guess what? A mature decision. I think the coach will be happy. He says, I'm not going to get into a time scramble here. I know I've been the slower player. It's a race to 6 points. I've got 3.5. Let me inch myself half a point closer. Very mature decision right there. Now we get to see MisterKiem from the other side with the black pieces. First of all, how is Chris... Okay, so I wonder if Tash and Kupp talked about this. Is D takes C5 a move here? It looks bad to me. I'm not that familiar with this theory, but this looks like a bad move. And Knight B5 also looks like a bad move. So yet again, ChristopherKupp has not been impressive in this opening, but it looks like he was given a good piece of advice here, which was don't necessarily go this way with the bishop, go this way. And look at the difference. Now he's actually winning that pawn on D5. It matters. The tricky move here would probably be pawn there. B4 is a threat, and queen takes B5. Guess again. Knight C3 is the most logical move, though, because it guards the bishop. Why would you not play that, you know? So I fully understand why that was played. It's an elimination match, yes, Fractal. Although not quite an elimination game. It is first to 6. ChristopherKupp 4-1 ahead right now as the rating underdog, by the way. So this has been extremely impressive so far. MisterKiem, there's a big move. Now, will he recognize that this is not a threat? That's pretty advanced. These moves would be heavy hitting, and MisterKiem finds it. That is the best move of the match from MisterKiem. And why does it mean so much? If the queen moves, then the bishop takes. Then the queen comes in, and MisterKiem, and look at that. You cannot castle. Now, I'm a little nervous for him. I think he sees everything, but I just want to make sure. He's got the fork, so it's good anyway, but I just want to make sure that he sees everything. He's all over him right now. It's all Kiem. And he does see the queen. That's the most important thing. That's a cherry on top. Now he's got it. Queen A3, sure. You know? Pick up those last bits of material. Queen A6, do-si-do. He said, hi, how you doing? Don't forget about me. I don't mind this move. I'm sure this is going to happen. He probably needs to do this. This one, if he finds it, he's locked in. Oh my goodness. He's all over him right now. Kiem has come back out of this timeout a changed man. A great attempt that resulted in a draw in the first game. Then he comes back and he puts together this game. He goes rook d8 with this one. He probably meant that one. That's okay. If those are the kind of mistakes you're doing, Kiem, you're in a good spot. Now let's not mess this up. Can he find that checkmate? I think he's got it, folks. And what a comeback after the timeout. Okay, bishop c4. MisterKiem is back. Yes, indeed. With d3, ladies and gentlemen. Cuz is happy to see that one. It is 4-2 right now. ChristopherKupp, for the first time, experienced a loss. Will MisterKiem adjust and do this? I don't know. He might still be locked into this. We see d5. Certainly he'll be familiar with this one. I mean, I think you have to. Yeah, it's kind of a must do. Now, a lot of people play this move. There you go. And when I say a lot of people, I mean a lot of people named MisterKiem. First of all, he made this exact mistake in this exact position. I'm pretty sure I remember from match number 1. So I'm thinking back to that match. I remember the exact same mistake. And just looking at it, you can see, you think your pawn's attacked? Oh, let me move my pawn, attack the knight. No, your square is attacked. Knight e3 is a dangerous move, not just a dangerous threat. Lots of piece trades. Black might just try to trade everything, because why not? H6. What have I said about Chris Kupp? He's very disciplined with that snork. I have to say, it's a good quality to have. MisterKiem complicating things, because why not? Take that center pawn, 100% agree. Kiem's time management, much better. Not flawless, but much better so far. I love the move Queen F6 from Kupp. I mean, imagine we see this, because why wouldn't you? Boom. And then this to follow, perhaps. That's a great move as well. I assume that MisterKiem will do this because it's actually in line with the rest of his setup. In the games he's played here, he has gone for knight here. So this fully makes sense. The problem is Kiem kept playing knight here, and I know Coach Cuz probably got in his ear and said, dude, we don't play knight here in this setup. We play d3 and knight d2. So he's finally, it's making some sense to him. Queen d2. You look at this, you start to get concerned because that is a pawn. The rook can slide over from MisterKiem, and there are some threats here. This would be a very tough move to see. I definitely expect this. King slide. And look, MisterKiem, he has some moves. Like, again, this is not going to happen, right? He has some moves here. He can slide over. He can put pressure here. I dislike this one just because of this and played by Kupp. And remember, any kind of draw, Chris Kupp may consider. He's up material, so that's a tough. I don't know if I fully co-sign that, but it does put him that half point closer. It's a tough call. I'd say it's probably objectively wrong, but maybe he's interested in it. Now, this is a really common blunder. Let's see if it gets played. No, king there, and he sees it now. He didn't see sacking his queen. Oh, no. And queen here, you slide the rook back. Don't give up if you're MisterKiem, because you have a great shot here if you just keep all those pieces together. Keep them defended, keep them together. It's going to take some skill with the queen to operate properly. Oh, I didn't realize this was hanging. So nice move. Keeps it attacked. He's got good chances here. I know it sounds crazy, but MisterKiem has more time. And if you have the queen, it really takes some technique. It's not easy to do. A strong player would dominate this position, but it is not easy to play with the queen. And we already see a big mistake. Dark square pawns against a light square bishop. Imagine that bishop's here, or... Okay, b5. There's a good move from Chris Kupp. Phenomenal move. Follow it up with this, and you've got a plan. There you go. But oh no. Oh my God. This is... Oh, that move. You guys know. That would have been the end of Chris Kupp. And it was so likely that we would have seen that. That's very close right there. Let's pay attention to the clock. Chris Kupp is playing fantastic. MisterKiem is fighting fantastic. That's a great move right there. Now, will we see this? Because that destabilizes the bishop. Oh, he pre-moved at the wrong time. Wait, what? Okay, but he's focused on a plan here. The bishop can cover this way, and it's going to go on d3 with check. What you have to watch out for is this. Oh my goodness, he didn't take the rook. They're one step ahead of each other. The rook was hanging there for the moment. Look at the defense by MisterKiem. We know how fast he is. That's a check. Rook there is dropping it. This is still covered. That's not checkmate. The pawn is disappearing. Yes, he can queen, but he can take it. 12 seconds. Chris Kupp. Does he have the speed? We've seen the speed from MisterKiem. We know he has it. 5 seconds ticking down. Kupp. Can he do it? He's got two queens. The rook sacked to eliminate the time. Does he have the pre-moves? It's checkmated one. No, he plays the wrong move. Oh my goodness! It's 4-3. Checkmate in one move was on the board. He had a little bit more than a second, almost 2 seconds to find it. 4-3, folks. MisterKiem is charging back, and ChristopherKupp continues to play this move. This opening has gone well for MisterKiem every single time it's been played. And ChristopherKupp is inting. That's a free goddamn piece. Knight F3 without thinking. And Kiem sees it. He's upset. He knows. Coach lashings are coming for missing the simple pawn to E4. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Kiem has still got a fine position, but man, all he's thinking about right now is how good it could have been. Up a piece. I think you just defend, bring the rooks to the middle. Kiem has the bishops here. This one is okay. This does allow this, but let's see if ChristopherKupp recognizes the geometry here. I would have said G6 is better. Now, why is G6 better? Might be like, dude, they're both snorks. Well, what do I always say? Make your escape square, especially if your opponent has a bishop. Not the bishop pair, because I can cover them both, but just a bishop. Don't make it on the same color. So G6, escape square is a dark square. It's much better. H6 is just not as good. And E4, MisterKiem, bishop F2. Devastation here. We're seeing ChristopherKupp start to blunder significant moves. I would have liked Queen G5 to force an exchange because that piece is hanging. Wasn't played. I think MisterKiem is starting to become the driver of the operations. He is starting to take control of this match. He can even it up with a win right here. And what a timeout that was. Now, boy, that is tricky. Oh my God. Kiem falls for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. The confident water sip. Oh my goodness, folks. And there's no timeouts here. We should be seeing our next game. I mean, Chris can call it, but there's no way he will, right? It almost looks like they're both like they both clicked accept, but we didn't see the game. Here we go. Now we are at match point right now. ChristopherKupp, a mere game away from closing out this match, and D4 from MisterKiem. He's going off script. He says, fuck it all. I'm going D4. We haven't seen this at all in the match, and he's bringing it out now. Let's see if it pays off. MisterKiem is freestyling. I think it's fair to say. Coach Cuz, can we confirm? I think our lad is freestyling. Knight takes E4. Let's see what Kiem can cook up here. I happen to like this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, Kiem. Okay, Kiem. That move will make bad things happen to good people. Are we going to see this? Yeah, expected. Now, this clearly is a piece for a piece. It's still probably great for white because you can take back. I like it. But this, that's something else. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, MisterKiem. This is not the attack that you think it is, my friend. Let's see if it pays off for him because it really is not good for white. You got a lot of stuff hanging. One move that is an absolute dagger is this one. Everything is the problem here. But let's see. This move is going to get real complicated. Now this, I mean, this is hanging, so it's my instinct to move it. We could just, yeah, do that. But yeah, I don't think that MisterKiem is planning on that. Let's put it that way. I assume he's going to do this. I mean, this move is available as an idea. Taking makes sense, and that is a very good move. Double attack. Oh no. MisterKiem just hung his queen on match point. The queen has been hung. It's match point, and another brilliant move to follow it up, attacking both bishops. There is nothing that you can do here. Not to mention, this would just lock it up. But I have to understand taking that free bishop. You attacked both of them. Oh, I think he might see the idea now. Maybe too little, too late. Nice move. And that will be the end. Matter of fact, rook here. Give it to him. And that is a match victory for ChristopherKupp. Damn. Heated action. Hello, Keem, Kupp.
Hey, Aman.
Hey, bud.
Damn, that is stressful as shit.
Yeah, that was rough.
Jeez.
That was a hell of a match by both.
Oh, man. Oh, tactically, I was missing way too much. My vision was not here, unfortunately.
Hey, GG, Keem.
You played well. Yeah, you played well, Kupp.
Yeah, no, you had me stressing out, man.
Keem, I have to go straight to that timeout because it was the unique moment. We haven't had a timeout called in the event. So that was the first time it was used. And I thought to great effect. I mean, did you get some pointers there that you were able to implement? Because it looked like it.
Yeah, he pointed out to me that I was getting two knights again. I was used to a different move order, but he was like, dude, you're doing the two knights shit again and again. You got to stop it. And I was like, oh, yeah. So, just not playing knight c3 when you get the two knights out. I was just like, he was like, you're playing into the same thing. It's like, it's a different move order, but it's the same fucking thing. So you need to stop that. So that fixed my Italian. But yeah, then I just wasn't having the tactical vision to, I think I was getting out of the opening better, but yeah, I just wasn't. My tactical vision wasn't great. Unfortunately, I hung a queen in the very last game, which wasn't good at all.
Yeah, I know.
But it was a good timeout because fix that. You got me to play faster. You're spending too much time. Like, be more comfortable, play comfortably, play faster.
Yeah, you are fast as hell, man. They were telling me about your speed.
I even got that flag. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah,
flag
I know, and I was like, I couldn't even click my queen because my hand was shaking so bad.
Well, there was one game. There was one game you both will remember, especially you, Kupp. You had an extra rook and an extra 30 seconds, and Keem had about 2 seconds and just a king. And at the end, it ended up as a draw by repetition. And I was left thinking, damn, Keem fucked that up. Because I think he could have flagged you.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, no, yeah. I didn't think I wasn't even looking for the flag. I was just trying to survive and
No,
retreat.
you're in survival mode. I get
The
it.
draw. Yeah.
I felt like someone pulled a Nerlin on me. I had 50 seconds and I was chilling, and then I looked to the right, and there was like 6 seconds left. I don't even remember hearing the. I think because it was muted.
It's a pretty good impression.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how was the timeout for you? Obviously, Keem called it, but you got to speak to coach as well. We're interested. What does a coach tell you in a moment where you're ahead? Things are going well overall.
No, he basically just told me to keep my knee on the throat and just try to end him like a boa constrictor and choke him out. And he said I was already there and that he was already stressing, and that I kind of was playing with house money. So it made me ease up a little bit and relax, although I was still pretty fucking nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Knee on the throat, a classic Americanism.
Knee on the throat. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
So you came away with the victory. And another thing I want to point out, as I extend congrats, is that, you came in the underdog, a clear underdog, 200 points or so. And I don't think we've truly seen an underdog W like that. I mean, did you feel coming in like you were the underdog, or that's just the rating's just a number? What do you think?
No, I honestly felt like I was the underdog, and that's why I was concentrating so hard. Like, I literally almost stared a hole into my monitor just trying to look at every single move possible. And I felt like my brain was like moving like little elves in Santa's workshop the day before Christmas, So I really locked in and just was 100% scoped in on my screen.
Yep. It felt that way. Keem, you talked about.
I feel like you played very sharp. Honestly.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, I think
we're gonna. And Tess said that we can go back and review them. So, I'll see what I missed and see what. Because there were some times you definitely had me against the rope. I didn't know what to do.
I will say one big thing Cuz gave me the timeout too was I wasn't sure if I was playing the my response to the London well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, no, you're playing exactly what we planned. Like, you're smashing his London.
Yep.
Just play faster, and then just look for tactics more and be comfortable because you're doing the opening right. So there's some stuff you might want to look at for the London moving forward.
Okay,
Chris, will help you out.
Yeah. For sure, man. For sure.
I'm sure Tesh saw what I'm doing. He's like, okay, I know exactly how to help you into that. So you'll be fine. But,
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate the words of encouragement.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Good looking out.
You're playing real sharp, man. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I just like I told Tesh last night, I'm really going to try to win this tournament so I could get me and him a spot in the gym next month.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And just for the accolades,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're in the losers bracket, Kupp. So it's a hell of a grind to make it out, right? It's you're gonna have to win out from there. So you are going to play the loser of Darkspur and Casino Duck. So whoever loses that matchup is going to be.
So it's going to be a tough match regardless.
Yep, because you're going to have people dropping down from the winners bracket into the losers, and there's no easy games in this event.
Yeah, no, not at all. But I will be ready. Tesh and I will get back into the lab, and we'll start putting some stuff on paper.
Mm-hmm. And Keem, it's bittersweet because you're the first guy we're saying goodbye to here.
Yeah, I know.
In the BrahChamps event.
I really was hoping I was going to not get O2'd. But someone's got to be the first one to do it. So
that's right, and it wasn't any showing that you need to feel bad about. It was a tough start. You took the time out, and honestly, it was 4-3, and it looked like it was going to be 4-4. So it could have been like one match, one game kind of swings the entire momentum. That's just how it is. So I guess
that last one when he got the fifth point.
That hurt.
That felt like hurt. It was. Yeah, I was definitely winning hard, right? I just hung that last. It was like a last Hail Mary made attempt, and
I know. I know.
You were crushing. You were crushing.
I thought
you were.
Then that was, he's playing the man. He said, "Hey, keep taking my material," and you just walked into it. So he's crafty. But I guess, team, what do you think about the event? Maybe the games, some of the people you played? Did it get you thinking a bit more about chess, or just kind of
Oh, absolutely. No, yeah.
working
yeah.
hard?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny enough. I think this time now I was having great openings and just missing tactics. Whereas the last game I had a decent tactical vision, but I was having shit openings. So
That's right.
there's a balance between the two. That's got to be struck. But no, yeah, it's absolutely has been really helpful with my chess. I think like studying openings has been the piece I've been missing. It's just because like I've just have a lot of trouble finding like long-term strategies, right? When like I can't see a quick tactic.
Yep.
Just like ways to develop in like other shapes and like structures to play into. I think that's the piece I've been missing. So I'm probably looking forward to do more opening study. I think that's the piece I'm really missing here, just to get more ideas of structures and traps and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Well said, and nice to like have that clarity. Play a couple matches where there's prep on both sides, so that you're facing people who are trying to pick apart your opening. So you're kind of trying to work around it. Your openings are actually quite good, and moving forward, Kupp, that's something that you can take out of this match. Even what he was just saying, your London did not look good today. You had a lot of elements that did look good. I think your resourcefulness, ability to play a losing position. Is really, it shines, but definitely that London was kind of a sore spot. You never really got it going. So many lessons to take from this into the next match.
Yeah, most definitely. And I now, even watching the VOD last time when you said I didn't have an answer for Queen B6 and I pushed the pawn to B3, I was supposed to go D5. I'm kind of just learning little bits about the London here and there. And I played the Jobava today because it's a really attacking move. And I just, I expected him to not have a response for it. He did. And I didn't have anything to deviate to. So next time I'll have a fallback plan if the London's not prepared.
Yeah, if you want to DM me after this, I can link you to I have a whole chess study.
Oh, did you really?
Of responding against the London. So
I for sure, man.
I can just send it to you. You can look over
now that Keem is eliminated, he's going to turn it. He's going to turn into a London merchant. He's going to be selling it on the side.
Absolutely.
But it's been really fun. Thank you for. Thank you so much.
Good stuff, man. And good luck moving forward, buddy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words.
Absolutely.
I can't wait till the next match. Like I say, it's super stressful, but man, it's a lot of fun.
It was. Yeah, it was.
It is. It's stressful as hell.
Yep. And Keem, thanks for participating. Since you are eliminated, it was a ton of fun to commentate and watch, not just myself, but the chat as well. So thanks, man. And I hope you enjoyed and continue to tune into the rest of the matches.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Thanks for having me, bud.
All right. GG's, boys. Kupp, Keem,
GG,
appreciate you. Till next time.
Thanks, Aman.
Took out Keem. I think it was 6-3. Keem has been eliminated. MisterKiem offering to sell cuz his prep file is a real funny way to end. He's like, I actually have this dumbass coach actually gave me just the whole fucking file. Like I just have the whole file. I can just sell it to you. What a way to exit.